Yes, well, I think the important thing in painting for me was, of course, how you say it, but it is the narrative and how in a story you tell the narrative is very much the most important thing about it. I mean, two people can tell the same story and yet one resonates, one has meaning, the other doesn't. Now, goes flat, it's a dull story because it's not told in a way which is got, in my day, you see, it became very unfashionable with international art to tell a story. And in fact, that was something you sneered at. Every picture tells a story, the abstract painters would say. Ha ha, tee hee. However, I persisted in the story. I persisted in my faith in telling the story of what I knew about rather than trying to be what I could never be, which was a New York sophisticate or an LA cool girl, something of that sort. It's not possible. So I accepted that I lived here, accepted that the life that I led had meaning for me, and to imbue it with meaning, because all this was part of the whole colonial escape too, of realizing that what happens in my kitchen, what happens in my street now, out here, or down in Grayland Park, down there, is of equal resonance, equal importance to what happens in the White House, or at the Palace in London, as it used to be. That's where all New Zealand was once focused. Terrible idea. And then we changed that with the abstract art thing to what was happening in New York and how that was the story. But it wasn't our story. It was somebody else's story. So I remained faithful to what I knew about. I kept it simple in terms of what I would include in my work, because all this was drama in our household, which was relevant to everybody's household. But if a painter, and men weren't asked really to pretend, although they were pretending by removing themselves from the household to do their painting and finding their subject matter. So in a sense, that was a major pretense, because they also were spending a lot of time in the house where they were having their major traumatic emotional encounters with their mother or their father or their wife or their children or their neighbours. But that was not what they were painting about. But this was a very strong socialist motivation of wanting to correct the eyes, to see, in fact. And that's what we lost quite a lot with the abstract move, that for me painting is about looking, seeing, being transformed by looking, waiting for the moment where you are inspired by your eyes. Leave your brain alone. Your eyes are intelligent if they're left alone. They will do it for you. But we've been going through a stage where we're killing that gift from the eyes, which is stupid, really. And you should quite consciously, like a poet, you wait for those transcending moments. You know, they're what you live for as an artist. Don't be so arrogant you can't learn anything, you know, but at the same time, the best way to learn and to succeed in painting is to keep doing it. Nothing can be assessed that isn't there to be seen. You know, so long as it is locked up in your head, it's not going to happen. So you have to continually do it. And your skills, the painting, like a novel, makes itself. You know, you start out, but slowly looking at it, and that's how Leonardo worked. He'd stare and stare at a painting until the next move revealed itself to him. So you do it is the thing. That's my advice. Just keep doing it and learn from your work. Right?